Everybody, so here's the update on Hurricane Laura. The storm came ashore as a strong Category 4 with sustained winds of 150. The highest measurements in populated areas were around 132 in Lake Charles. And you can see in the top left here, this is the eye coming ashore near Lake Charles, Louisiana. And the storm is currently way up here in Arkansas and moving very rapidly towards the Virginia area where it will be tomorrow. But the thing to remember about these storms is that even though they come ashore and they wreak havoc along the coastline, they still are very powerful inland as well. And the winds as well as the rainfall has been substantial in northern Louisiana and into Arkansas. So there's been a lot of damage further inland, and it's something that people often forget because the damage along the shoreline has been really catastrophic. And I'm showing here some images of wind and water damage on the top right. Typical roof damage here near the coastline in Louisiana and in Cameron, Louisiana, near where the storm came ashore. And you can see the roof damage here. Here you can see roofs blown off, these corrugated roofs here, and boats strewn around. This is a very iconic building in Lake Charles, Louisiana, with a lot of the windows have been blown out. And this is where wind speeds were clocked at about 132 miles an hour. And down here, this is a very typical image from storm damage. Mobile homes don't do well in hurricanes or tornadoes. And you can see here, mobile home park absolutely devastated by the storm. One of the really interesting things about the storm, we had talked about how the storm surge was going to be massive, about 20 feet or so in certain areas, and the flooding was going to extend from the surge was going to extend about 40 miles inland. That may not have materialized. The gauges that I showed you yesterday, the maximum surge was about 11 feet. And one of the reasons for that is that the storm came ashore about 40 miles east of where it was projected to. It was projected to come ashore a little bit further over here, and it came ashore about here. And remember that the strongest winds are on the east side of the storm, and the surge would be highest on the eastern side. This was a very low-lying area here. This Sabine Pass area here was very low-lying, and that's why the surge was projected to be so large. It turns out that coming ashore just a little bit to the east of that spared that area of the massive surge. However, that said, there aren't gauge measurements from the area just to the east of where the storm came ashore. So it may turn out to be significantly higher surge in this area once those gauges have been recovered. There are gauges there that have been deployed by the USGS, but they haven't been recovered yet. So that's a story that's still evolving. But at this stage, 11 feet is the maximum surge. The fatalities right now are about 6 is what I've heard, but that will likely climb a little bit. And as far as I know, all of those fatalities are trees falling on houses. So you can see both wind damage, significant flooding near where the storm came ashore. This is in this area here, right near where the storm came in. And then affiliated damage from a fire that was lit by storm damage near Lake Charles. Okay, so that's the update for today, and if I hear anything else, I will let you know.